Welcome to Mauritius! Bienvenue à l'île Maurice!
Bienvenidos a Isla Mauricio.
Bienvenue à l'île Maurice.
欢迎来 Mauritius!
मॉरिशस में आपका स्वागत है.
Welcome to the land of sun and sand. Welcome to Mauritius.
Palm-fringed beaches, turquoise waters, slumbering volcanic mountains, and a coastline protected by the world's third largest coral reefs. But Mauritius goes beyond the cliches of a picture-perfect tropical beauty and offers you a complete holiday destination. Settled by the Dutch and colonized by the French, this island is a cultural melting pot. Whether 2 days or 20, you can still see it all because it's just about 40 miles across. With a string of 22 uninhabited islands to discover strewn around it.
And the ultimate mantra in Mauritius is the wetter, the better. So you have tsunami of options to dive for.
And being a water baby myself, I had to begin my trip with a splash. And an underwater safari seemed like a perfect start. This one's one of the only 4 in the world and can hold 10 people at a go and dive up to 35 meters. And yes, it does transport you to a Disneyland of sorts. So when you come out after 40 minutes, this is the natural reaction.
I thought I was in a giant fish tank with little creatures all around me. It is great and I loved it.
So I decided to take a little time off to visit some of my friends. And yes, they do live in a park.
It's time to pick up my date for a day. And here he is. Wow! It's a baby crocodile and look at it, it's so cute. Now this giant thing that you see here is the oldest one in the park. Its name is Domino and it's 94 years old and a complete knockout.
La Vanilla is also the biggest tortoise park in the world and houses almost 1,000 giant tortoises. And you might feel you're on the sets of Jurassic Park amidst these miniature dinosaur look-alike, but they're quite friendly. Offer them their favorite snack and they'll give you a ride of your life. But what should top the must-see list for a traveller is this rather amusing insectarium in the same park that holds 23,000 different varieties of insects collected from all over the world. From the colourful butterflies to lethal scorpions, this museum has them all. And I found an acquaintance here as well.
Oh, this one's from India. My brother in blood.
And my instant thought on seeing these spiders, which of these can make me a superwoman?
Time to have a slice of some serious action. The first stop, parasailing.
Sailing in the wind over an emerald green sea is quite an experience. You can do these activities at a lot of beaches, but the one at Ile Surf Beach is an unparalleled experience. The platform is located on an island called Surf and you can get there by hiring small boats from mainland Maurice in eastern Mauritius. And for non-swimmers like me, well, there's plenty to do. For instance, these adrenaline-pumping tube rides. It's quite a bumpy ride, but a lot of fun riding on the waves of this mighty ocean.
झलक दिखला जा, झलक दिखला जा, एक बार
आजा, आजा, आजा,
आजा.
Okay, there, see, Himesh and Shamya is everywhere. We're coming after a break. You go into a break right now. Welcome back. You're watching What's Cool and we're still in Mauritius. Now, if you thought Mauritius is only about sun, sand and water, you're mistaken. A little walk inside the island and you'd see a different world, a piece of exotica waiting for you. So it's time to get up close and personal with nature.
An hour-long drive from Port Louis and you're in southwestern countryside, where I had my first encounter with this Hill of Wonders at Chamarin. Its 7-coloured earth is created by the constant weathering of volcanic rocks.
And to dive back in history, there's Demendapai, a natural park and the best way to give you a peep into the ancient French architecture.
And my first brush with history, a sugar mill which is an exact replica of the first one made by the French in 18th century, and a rum distillery, which still churns out the best sugarcane rum in the country. And if this visit gets a little too heady for you, you can top it off with a visit to the Mask Museum located in the same park. It has authentic tribal masks from all over the world. And if you're not a relic hunter, you can shake a belly here with the Sega dancers. Now that's more like my kind of holiday. Sega is the national dance of Mauritius, originally performed by the African slaves. Though looks a bit like Hawaii dance, I must say. Well, 3 thumb rules to master the dance: sway that hip, shake that belly and glide like a dream. That's Sega for you. And as you can see, I couldn't do any of that too well. Not bad! And no matter what you do in Mauritius, you do come back to see at the end of the day. And next on my agenda,
To the lion's den.
a lion in Mauritius? No, I'm not hallucinating, and neither have these big cats lost their way. You can actually say hello to these wild things at Castle Bird Park in southern Mauritius. After a few nervous hiccups, it was love at first cuddle. And this will be the moment that will go down in my album as the bravest thing I've ever done.
While I go and soak in some wild action, you go take a break. Welcome back. We're still cruising along the laid-back waters of Mauritius. Well, you shop pretty much everywhere in any country that you go to, but the real fun and excitement is to hit the local market and dip in a local flavor. Hello?
Teeming streets, bustling markets and warm people. The old world charm of Mauritian markets could have been a scene from the history books. But the only difference is that it's not sepia tinted but as vibrant as the real life colours.
Carottes!
Mauritius lives its true spirit in its colourful bazaars, and the shopping experience here is as diverse as the people on this tiny island. Quintessential Mauritian souvenirs can be anything from these beautifully crafted ships to dodos, or you can even take back some of these aqua Mauritians.
Censored.
And so I met Wes, a local fisherman who promised to teach me how to fish. He was from a village called Grongobe located in the south. So every morning you can see herds of fishermen venturing out at sea with their fishing net. And I was going to get a piece of it soon. Now these lagoons are protected by the reef are actually a huge fish tank. And if it's your day, you can net some pretty exotic fish. But it looked like the lady luck wasn't too impressed with me.
Weather's pretty rough and it's so windy. Let's hope we get some fish.
And so while they were busy closing in on those little creatures, I decided to help them. And a few disasters later, I did pick it up.
My first fishing experience.
Well, it was time to say goodbye with a boat full of fish and a heart full of memories.
Well, that's the thing about this country. Once you've run aground on this Mauritian beach, hopped across islands to dip into cultural fabric and met some great people, you'll always wonder why you waited for so long. And then you might just want to consider burying that return ticket in this deep white sand.
I had to move on, beyond those shores and sunshine to explore more. But one line that can sum up my stay here: no matter how long you stay here, you'll never get tired of such perfection.